Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go with them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today I'll be covering part 2, or an update to the story I covered just yesterday, which was titled, "A wife was certain her husband was clueless about her affair, his chess pieces were already in motion." And a shout out to Elias for letting me know there was an update here. And guys, as a big recap, that's about the guy who, well, you saw this yesterday, or probably today, so you probably know, but I'll just say it anyway. That's a guy been married 2.5 years. He's only 28 years old. Wife's 26, and found out one day by coming back in the house and overhearing a conversation that his wife's having a full-blown affair with some dude that lives far away. He found on her phone 1,100 texts, pictures, videos confirming all what he knew. Found that they were hooking up at his place, at hotels, and their own apartment, and their own marital bed. Well, he's done with her. She's a piece of garbage. And he's been planning his exit strategy while she thinks everything's fine. Now, he didn't want to expose her to her family because he has a good relationship with them. I say too bad. But anyhow, guys, he did an update. Now, the first part he did was about 15, 16 days ago. And then part 2, which you heard yesterday, that was also the next day. Well, he published his update as to what's going on and him exposing it all to her just yesterday, and so here we go. The timing was perfect. So you'll see how this whole thing wraps up, and our guy holds true, handles things like a boss. But real quick, guys, if you enjoyed this content and want to support me, come over and check out my men's community over on Patreon Locals. Come join your fellow a-holes and hooligans over there, and you can become a free member and see what it's all about, or become a paying supporter and get access to 2 to 3 exclusive videos per week, commercial-free. That will not be on YouTube, as well as all my stuff from all 3 channels, commercial-free. And you can comment over there, post things on the wall over in Locals, say what you want, no censorship whatsoever. So check it out, see what you like it, and come on and join. And again, a shout out to all the guys that have joined and signed up. I'm enjoying talking to y'all. Alright, here we go with the update. This guy says, alright, so plenty of people have been commenting to DM me for an update. I'm not sure this will be my only update, but here it goes. During my wife's trip with her family, I lined up everything and officially filed for divorce. Man, this guy doesn't waste any time. The day after she came back, I sat her down at the kitchen table and I informed her that I was aware of her infidelity. I told her that I'd been reading her texts and saw the pictures and was well aware for a while now that she was actively cheating on me. Man, I'd like to be a fly on that wall. After breaking it to her, she didn't really know what to say. She didn't defend her actions at all. She pretty much just apologized and said she had no excuse. So no meltdown, no I'm so sorry, anything like that. You can tell just how sorry she is. I told her that I wasn't looking for an apology, just closure. I pretty much laid into her about how awful it is to break such a big commitment and cheat on someone who should be your other half. Dude, don't waste your breath. She doesn't give a crap. Her actions demonstrate she doesn't give a crap. Again, she didn't really retaliate and pretty much accepted what she had done and that it was wrong. Looking down the whole time, holding back tears, I didn't yell at her, I didn't curse or insult her, I just spoke my mind. So obviously this guy is keeping himself under control, keeping cool. Because if he yells and screams and curses at her, which is certainly warranted, in my opinion, that gives her drama. That gives her an excuse to say, he was saying all those mean things to me and I felt unsafe. After I was done venting, she let me know that she would make a divorce process easy for me and wouldn't go after my assets since she wasn't faithful to me. I wouldn't hold your breath on that. I'll be honest, I did appreciate the ownership of her mistake and told her I did in fact appreciate that. It wasn't a mistake. This is a well-planned out process. 1,100 texts, that's a lot of friggin' mistakes. And the hookups and the planning and sneaking around, it's not a mistake. Remember, this is the gal, if you all recall, he said that she, and I quote, had a bit of a history before they got together. You can't turn an HO into a housewife, and this is the proof of that. Her ability to pair bond went bye-bye a long time ago. She then mentioned that if I were, listen to this, willing to work things out, then she would give me her location and full access to her phone, etc. No thanks. I let her know I was not interested in that kind of marriage. That even if I could look past her cheating, I could not. That I wouldn't want to be in a relationship where I have to spend effort making sure she would not cheat again. Yeah, you can't spend your time being her warden. And newsflash, she would cheat again. Guarantee. Once she felt secure, she would just come up with another way of being even more sneaky than she was before. Her ability to pair bond, like I said, bye-bye a long time ago. Those studies about pair bonding, a lot of you know what I'm talking about here, are dead on. After shutting that down, she said that she accepted the fact that she ruined our marriage and wouldn't ask again. The only thing she asked is that she be the one who break it to her parents, and that she would be completely honest with them. Again, I wouldn't hold my breath, just like the whole I won't go after your assets type of thing. I agreed since I had already had the evidence of her cheating. Both her parents called me and apologized and let me know that if there was anything I needed that I could talk. They said they still look at me as an extension of the family, and both are upset that things ended, but understand why I was walking away, and how disappointed they were because they never thought they'd raise a cheater. I'm sure that they were thinking other words, but they just chose cheater. Well, she told the parents. I'm sure she didn't say 1,100 texts, and we were hooking up in the marital bed and all those other details. But okay, she did that. That's good to hear. I'm not saying there's anything good about her, but she at least didn't make it worse. Yet. As for the guy she had the affair with, I did find out more about him. He's not in a relationship, and it seems to be a bit of a loser himself. His job isn't good enough for me to contact to get him fired. In fact, when I found out what he did for a living, I'd hope he gets stuck there. Does he sell shoes to women like Al Bundy? A punishment from God? There's definitely isn't a future for them together, not that I care, and apparently my soon-to-be ex-wife has already cut him off after I served her the divorce papers. Again, whether she actually did or did not does not bother me. Flip a coin, because remember, this guy figured out, he knows her enough to know that she wouldn't give this guy the time of day in terms of a relationship. He was okay. A lot of these wives hook up with guys that are just complete freaking losers on multiple fronts because they know there's no future with them. I think that was the case here. I've had plenty of guys write in, gentlemen, that were claiming themselves to be former bad boys, former cheaters, that type of thing, and they said the easiest women to cheat with are married women, more than single women. And this doesn't surprise me. Good news, though, the divorce should not take long at all since she is not going after any assets and we have nothing to split. Again, don't count your chickens, amigo. She could change her mind real quick. I'm taking what's mine and she took what's hers. We do not have a joint account, so a divorce will be finalized soon. She's already moved back in with her parents and is taking her stuff bit by bit, but should be done with that in the next couple of days. Wonderful. That's great. He doesn't have to move. That takes a lot of stress off the situation. And I like the fact that he says they don't have a joint bank account. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, everybody has a joint account with her. Well, almost everybody. Now, the way you do it is you have your account, she has hers, and there's a joint account that you contribute some cash to paying the mutual bills. But not even a joint account. Maybe he sent something about her before. I don't know. Lastly, for me, I'm not sure where I go after this. I feel as if everything happened so quickly. I'm definitely going to do my best to enjoy the bachelor life and living on my own for the first time in my life. On one hand, I'm scared, but also a little bit excited. I have nobody to answer to or check in for the first time ever, so I'm going to do it and use it to my advantage. There you go, man. He probably went from his parents' house to maybe roommates with buddies in college to roommates to her and then marrying her, and that's that. Perfect time when he's ready to get himself a pet. A dog or a cat. Go down to the animal shelter. That could be your companion. That could be plenty of dogs and cats need a good home, and he's a good guy. This is great. In spite of all this shit, I mean, let's address the fact that she's ruined the marriage and he's divorced by 28. He's handling this really well. It sucks, but he's handling it well. I don't know how long it'll be before I'm open to the idea of seeing somebody again. Smack! Don't even go there. You're not even divorced yet. Take your time. Again, go adopt Rover or, the cat. I figure maybe after a few months, I'd be open to the idea of seeing somebody casually, but I think I definitely want at least a year or so from any commitments and relationships. I'm also thinking about doing some solo traveling since I have the means financially and obviously the time. Cool. Travel. Travel this country, travel some parts around the world. Just don't blow all your money, dude. That'd be stupid. You want to put away your money and let it grow over a long time, but have some good times. A big journey could be just what the doctor ordered. A good spiritual journey, if you will. I'm cool with that. I just want to thank everybody for the good advice along the way. I had pretty much an idea how I was going to do things, but some of the comments definitely helped me line things up exactly. I don't know if I'm going to do another life update, but as far as now, this part of my life seems to be over. If that update were to come, it would likely be on my profile, though I'm not sure how many of you actually care about my day-to-day life. You'd be surprised. Thanks once again for those who offered their support. I guess my last and final question for now is, Bachelor and Bachelorette, how do I have fun again? Well, take it one day at a time. Get through the divorce. Be on your own for a little bit. This can be a roller coaster of emotions. Sooner or later, the adrenaline's going to calm down and you're going to realize you were betrayed and your heart was broken. And believe me, there ain't nothing worse than having your heart broken in that type of way. I mean, I've been there. A lot of you guys have been there. And frankly, I would have rather been kicked in the stomach by Bruce Lee in his prime than have to go through that long agony. Because many of you guys get it, So it's going to take some time. I say if he doesn't already, exercise, get out there, hang out with his family, his friends. When he's ready, I suggest our man gets himself a good dog or a cat, whatever he prefers, or a couple dogs, he's in an apartment, one dog or one cat. Travel, get some experience, work on your career, work on all these other things, have fun. And as for dating and pickup and relationships and shit, you should not be in any type of relationship for at least bare minimum a year, if not a couple. He's a relationship guy, obviously, because he got married at like 26 years old. And take your time there. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to them. You got to get over all this stuff. But I guarantee our guys definitely all the wiser after this shit. And it goes to show you always got to pay attention. And oh yeah, don't marry a girl who has a bit of a history. No. You ain't going to find a virgin nowadays, but you can certainly find a girl who, a few guys that she loved in relationships with, fair enough, but no more gals with the history. Better to be on your own. Now, a few comments, and he does respond to a few of them. One guy says here, I just want to add that you should assume that about the following. She let me know that she would make a divorce process easy, blah, 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 blah. That might not hold. I mean, there's every chance that she'll honor it, but be prepared for her to decide that, indeed, she does want as much as she can get. Yeah, I wouldn't go, like I said earlier, counting your chickens before they hatch. She could change her mind instantly and decide to go on the warpath over every fucking spoon, plate, anything that she may debate and say that's hers. Here comes the sirens. And also, don't rule out, while I'm thinking about it, that she may try to change your mind in one last-ditch effort. She may just show up begging and pleading, I'm sorry, and all that. No, don't fall for it, not at all. And don't rule out that her parents might try to get you to change your mind. Just be prepared. He says, I have things lined up in case she decides to fight me. As soon as my soon-to-be ex-wife isn't much of a fighter, though, I'd probably get a new bed in the least. Another guy says, I'd probably move. Not a new job type of move, especially if the job or pay is good, but just to change scenery and traffic patterns who needed to go into the office. Moving will help purge anything that X left behind, and new route to work will help keep your mind from doing the thing that we experience at the restaurant, store, blah, blah, blah. And our guy here says, I've looked into moving, but I hate moving. I actually quite like where I live, so I'm thinking of sticking out for now. I definitely need a new routine, though, with all the time I've got. I don't think it's a new bed thing. I guess that's a pretty good idea itself. Yeah, maybe he might, instead of getting a new bed, at least get a new mattress. I mean, she and the freaking lover were cheating on there, But if he wants to stay, he wants to stay. Moving is not fun. Another guy says, you need the time to grieve the loss of this marriage. I made the mistake of thinking I should go out and have fun after a long-term relationship ended. It really didn't work out too well. I came crashing back down to earth with grief. I knew it was the right thing to end the relationship, but not to go out partying. I really needed the space to myself to find myself and get over the loss. I wish you luck. Yeah, he needs to take some time, I mean, okay, if he wants to go with his bros partying a little bit, but he needs to be aware he may come crashing down real quick. He was married 2.5 years. I'm assuming he was with her for a few years before that, so it's going to take a few years to totally get over it. And he's never going to be the same. You're never the same after something like this, especially through a divorce. Another guy says, make sure you change your lock soon. Aha, good idea. Even if she has some things to pick up. Be better for her knowing she doesn't have access to your home or apartment. Last thing you want is her showing up unannounced and begging for you to take her back. Like even in the middle of the night. She also might end up taking more than she should. No harm in changing the locks and getting a Ring doorbell camera. Place the extra ones around the house too for safekeeping. Remember, the deadbeat guy has been laying in your place hooking up with her. He might have a key. Yeah, change the locks. And I get a couple Ring cameras. Not that expensive. The monthly membership is not expensive. I got them. They're great. You can look them on your phone when you're home or out, stuff like that. And I wouldn't trust her if her emotions take over here. So anyhow, guys, that's probably the last time we hear from this guy. If we do hear more updates, which you never know, she may do some crazy crap, let me know, and I'll definitely cover it right away. But anyhow, guys, this guy handled it really well. It sucks, but another guy that has been RP'd, whether he knows it or not, and, we wish him the best. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this, and sure like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.